I feel it's so important to get a good understanding of the fretboard so you can be free and creative when improvising and creating your own music. So by learning riffs and solos from famous songs and analysing them to see what key, what shape they're using, you can really start to unlock the fretboard. Today we're going to look at 10 different riffs that all use different shapes of the minor pentatonic scale. We'll actually learn the riff, analyse what the key and what the box shape they're using. Then right at the end of the video I will show you 5 of the riffs, but play them all in the same key so you can see how each of them are connected. All the tabs are in the description below. Let's jump into everyone's favourite, shape 1. Okay, so the first shape is shape 1, and we're going to do this in the key of G. So key of G is the 3rd fret, and our first finger starts with shape 1, and it looks like this. We have root, flat 3rd, 4, 5, flat 7, root. We repeat, root, flat 3rd, 4, 5, flat 7, root. And then we can descend. Notice that I'm sort of pausing on the root note because I'm trying to get that sound in my head. You could try singing along to each note as well, which is really good to get that in the sound in your head. So let's look at 2 riffs that use the G minor pentatonic scale, shape 1. The next track we're going to do is Tighten Up by the Black Keys, which is in the key of F sharp. So here's my first thing on the G note. F sharp is a semitone below that. Okay, E, F, F sharp. So my first finger, if I was playing shape 1, would start here, and it would look exactly the same as our G minor, which we just played. So that would look like this: root, flat 3rd, 4, 5, flat 7, root. Root, flat 3rd, 4, 5, flat 7, root. Now as you can see, it's exactly the same shape, and that's the beauty about the guitar, is it's a very shape-based instrument. So once you've learnt one shape, it's just moving it into different areas of the fretboard, into different keys. That's why knowing the notes on the guitar is so important. Okay, so let's look at the riff in Tighten Up, which is based on our shape 1, and then on the same track, the chorus, the main hook of the tune, the main melody, whatever you want to call it, and the solo is in shape 2. So let's look at the first riff and then we'll look at shape number 2. So for shape 2 we actually start on the octave of shape 1. So here's the root note, root, flat 3rd, 4, 5, flat 7, and then root note. So we actually start here, but we're going to use our first finger. So straight away we're going to be using a different part of the fretboard. So we're going to start here, the first finger. We have root, flat 3rd, 4, 5, then we have our flat 7 there, then our root, and then we have flat 3rd, 4. Okay, and we're just going to stop there and come back down and then land on our root note again. Really important to visualise where all of our root notes are. So root, flat 3rd, 4, 5, flat 7, root, flat 3rd, 4, flat 3rd, root. And then back. And then from here we're going to also go down and back up to this note again. So root, flat 7, 5, 4, flat 3rd, 4, 5, flat 7, root. Okay, so let's look at the main melody, or the main hook, and the solo. Shape number 3, we're going to be looking at this in the key of E. Shape 1 would be here, or you could play it up on the 12th fret. Okay, shape 2, like we said before, would start on that note, but then our first finger would play, and Okay, now shape 3 is on the A string, so our root note is 2 frets higher than the flat 7. Okay, so there's our roots. For shape number 3, you have root, flat 3rd 4, 5, flat 7, roots. Okay, then flat 3rd 4, 5. That's the root and descend. Okay, so from here, our root note, flat 7, 5, 4, and back up. So shape 3. So let's look at a couple of riffs that use shape 3, and then right at the end I'll just do a very small part of Born Under a Bad Sign, which we're doing in the key of D. The original's in C sharp, but it kind of works with this to go in this key of D. And that will just bring out a bit of the higher part of shape number 3. Here we go. So for shape number 4, let's stick with the key of E this time. So shape number 3 started here on the 7th fret of the A string. Shape 4 is actually off the same root note. So we're going to start this time with the first finger, and this time we're going to be going up. And the first octave is exactly the same as shape 1. Root, flat 3rd 4, 5, flat 7, root. Then we flat 3rd there, 4, 5, flat 7, 5, 4, flat 3rd, root. Then last 2 notes, flat 7, 5, flat 7, root. Okay, let's look at a very well-known track that uses this. Now I've kind of modified it a little bit because I needed to fit most of the notes in this shape, in this box. There are a couple of external notes that kind of move into shape 2 or 1. But majority is in shape 4. So let's have a look at that. Okay, let's look at another riff in shape 4. But this time let's do it in the key of C. So we know shape 4 starts with the index finger. So C would be the 3rd fret of the A string. And shape 4 would always go higher. Shape 3 would go lower. Okay, so do shape 3. Shape 4 would start here. Okay, let's look at a riff, Cissy Strut by the Meters. Great tune, and that is going to be using shape 4 in the key of C. So shape number 5 now is rooted off the E string, like shape 1. So shape 1 and shape 5 use the same root. Shape 3 and shape 4 use the same root. And then 2 is the kind of oddball on the D string. Okay. So if we're in the key of B, we're going to look at 2 tracks that use the key of B. We have to find the note B on the E string. So E, F, G, A, B. Okay, and instead of starting with the first finger, if we're going to look at shape 1, we're going to start with the third finger again. This will be shape 5. So root, flat third, 4, 5, flat 7, root. And then there's our second octave, and then coming back down, root, flat 7, 5, 4, flat third, root. Flat 7, 5, 4, flat third, root, flat 7, root. Okay, let's have a look at 2 riffs that use this shape. Right at the end of the video, I will play all those riffs in the same key, just so you can see how the shapes are connected. But this is a great exercise for really getting to know the fretboard. So what you do, we're going to look at trying to play in all 12 keys for each of these shapes. So we're going to use what's called the circle of fourths. Now the circle of fourths, you don't have to learn the concept behind what the circle of fourths are. It's purely just a roadmap of notes that we can use that will sound quite musical as we practice, and they are on the screen right now. And what we do, we take shape 1, we take the note C, it's the first note, and we're going to play shape 1 in the key of C. So you find C, and then you play shape 1. Then it says F, so you find F and you do shape 1 in the key of F. And so on and so forth. So what we're doing here, just doing every single key. Then it says B flat, okay? So you're literally just doing that, and then from B flat we go to E flat, find E flat and go up. And you have to do that for every single key. Okay, and once you've gone through all that, you can then move on to shape 2. And then do exactly the same thing. So you find the key of C, play shape 2, key of F, I'm not going to do that for every single key, for every single shape, but you can see the point. And I did this and spent a long time on it, and it changed the way I looked at the guitar. It made me really work on the visualization aspects of the note. So yeah, I'd say get stuck in with that exercise, looking at all those different shapes. Take your time, be patient with it. It does take a long time, but yeah, just take one shape and put it all in 12 keys, and look at shape number 2, 12 keys, shape number 3, etc. Try to experiment improvising. I think it's such a great way, a great musical way of trying to explore these notes further. So you can just stick on backing tracks, and just have a bit of fun. But if you haven't done this already, I have done a video on improvisation, real beginner one, but hopefully some of more advanced people will get some of the concepts. So I'll put a link in the description below on that to get you started. If you are completely new to improvisation, great video to check out. 5 riffs in 5 different positions in the key of F, so you can see how each shape is connected. So I really hope you liked that video today. Please leave a comment if you've got any other questions about that, on how to practice these riffs and scales. All the tabs are in the description below, and I'll put all the links in for the videos that I mentioned previously as well. So, but yeah, have fun, and we'll see you next time.